Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody sent me this file and they want to use this patch as a template or something to write on to show a customer, not a template. Anyway, she wants to be able to use it and then write text and send this to the customer. And if you see, this thing is 2.5 by 4.5. So her first concern was that she's got two pictures on one picture. There's two items, so she wanted to reduce that. So I'm going to make the whole thing quite a bit smaller because size doesn't matter in this case because we're going to make it bigger later. Now, if you also notice, see, I'll notice this bounding box is much bigger than the picture. I'm going to take the crop tool with it selected. If you don't have it selected, the other one will go away and it's still there. Now we need to separate these two. So this thing is less than 2 inches. Let's set our nudge factor on 2 inches. And for the one I'm doing it for, set your duplicate distance on 0, 0. And save it as default. You'll be a lot happier. So I'm going to make a duplicate of that. Then with this one selected, I'm going to take the crop tool and I'm going to crop this out. Now with this one selected, I'm going to take the crop tool and crop this out. So now I have the two pictures into one item. Now I'm going to do this one. The pictures, whoever took the picture of this patch, you can see it's almost level across the top, but it's not level across the bottom. And that's kind of a problem. But there's two ways to do it. I'm going to do both ways. I'm going to make a duplicate of that. This, you can take a rectangle and you'll see where I'm talking about that the patch isn't level. Because you got this, and also she draws in, I'm going to draw a hairline. And you see the patch is pretty good across the top, but it's pretty bad across the bottom. But you want to make sure you get it all. So we're going to move that out just a little bit. And we're going to go, and we're going to select it all, and we're going to go intersect. And by doing that, now I have that patch with the corners cut off. But that can be fixed because now this is we'll take this and select them all and turn all these into a curve. And we can, well, what I really should have done, I made a mistake. What I should have done is, since this is a rectangle, I can, with my ratio lock, I can just start bumping up my curvature. And you can see how this one side's going to be off a little bit. But I think we can fix that. So with the pick tool, I'm going to bring this in a little bit. We're pretty good. We could tilt it a little bit by grabbing the picture and rotate it just a little bit. Now we're high on this side. So just kind of rotate. And you can always just minutely change this number if you can't move it that minutely. So let's call that good. And let's select it all, and we're going to intersect it. So it intersected that graphic. And now we can take the shape tool and turn these into curves. Well, you know what? That didn't work. That shouldn't have done that. Let's back up here. Let's get rid of that. Let's just back up. For some reason that didn't intersect. I'm going to move that out of the way. Oh, you know what? I had two pictures. I'm going to delete that. I had two copies of it. So now I've got two objects selected. I'm going to intersect it. And what that did, that rounded off my corners. And then you could still tweak it with your shape tool and just, bring these handles in, bring this up. And, you want to leave all the, you could take a little bit of time. You could probably actually kind of deform it a little bit, make it look a little bit better. It won't be perfectly square anymore. So that's one way to do it. The other way is to take this and hit the plus key and make a duplicate of it. Well, what did I? There we go. And you could trace it. That's what I think she was trying to originally do. Trace bitmap, outline trace clip art. Group by color, hit OK. Now we've got a bitmap on top of that now. So that kind of gives us our shape. We can go up to object, group, and ungroup and grab these browns, and we kind of got that shape more so than we did before. Now, how to get rid of the writing is really a pretty good trick. You know what? I think this is actually better. But, because then you would take this and we could actually fill it in with black, move that over, and intersect that. Well, it doesn't matter. It worked because the embroidery is there. And you could clean this up and we could get rid of these letters. But I'm going to get rid of the text. If she did not put that on there, so what I'm going to do is draw a rectangle, change it to a hairline. I'm going to go ahead and make it red. Maybe you can see it better. And then I'm going to nudge it down 2 inches. I'm actually going to make a duplicate. And then I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to change my nudge factor to like 1 inch. And I'm going to make a duplicate of the patch and move it down. No, well, I can move the patch. Then I'm going to hit the plus key on the rectangle, and I'm going to move, not the rectangle, move the patch. We want to put the rectangle in this blank space. So now, this is kind of a neat trick. Select them both and trim it. Select them both and intersect it. Move the intersection to that hole. Well, that's the blank spot. Move that intersection to there. Take away the hairline, and it looks pretty good. If you really look close, you can kind of tell it. Now, she wanted to put a kind of a yellow tint on it, and I showed her how to do that, and hopefully, or I basically sent her an email about it. It's really pretty easy by adjusting the color. I would group this together. Now we need to make it our size, which is 4.5 by 2.5. So now our patch, whoa, yeah, that's right. Now our patch, I must not, no, it's 2.5. Now our patch is this exact size, and then she could put her graphic and what on it and show this to the customer. That's what it's going to look like. So that's how to mock up a patch, I guess. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.